one near Iguodala as he lets it go. They get it back, and Spates gets it to go.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Well, once they recognized the advantage they had inside, it made a lot of sense just to continue to attack that area.
Back to Thompson, right side Curry. Bounces high off the rim and drops. Curry's got 8 points.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
Crab dishes to Vonleh. Lillard outside. Just 4 to shoot. Again, the miss by Lillard.
Well, that's clearly a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look at it.
No doubt about it. You cannot let up defensively just because he missed that one.
That's his first personal foul.
And Iguodala knows just how deadly his teammates can be from outside, and he looks for them to get their shot before getting his own. I think this situation for him in Golden State's perfect for his skill set.
You look at the metrics for it, Clark, and Iguodala is onto something. He just knows to look for the best team shots.
Yeah, he's got a really good basketball IQ, and I think it's his selflessness that allows him to tap into that, especially at the offensive end. Rarely forces situations offensively.
And here in the second quarter of action, as we approach 4 minutes played, Vonleh's shot is good. Now here's Curry. 8 points for him. He feeds it to Iguodala. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Curry's got assist number 8 here in this one already. The Trailblazers have gone 4 of 8 so far here in the second quarter. Lets it go. The shot by Vonleh no good.
You know, they're not totally dominating the glass, but they're definitely doing enough to keep this lead right where it is.
Yeah, but they've separated themselves, Clark, in a number of categories, rebounds just being one of them.
And for Andre Iguodala, last year was a first in 758 games. Up until then, he had not once ever come off the bench.
Yeah, he'd been a starter throughout his 10-year career, every single game, Kevin. And last year he came off the bench in every game. Big adjustment for the veteran, but he made it well.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Al-Farouq Aminu. He's checked in for Vonleh, and it's C.J. McCollum in for Damian Lillard. And then for Golden State, Harrison Barnes, he's checked in for Green, and Ian Clark subbed in for Thompson. That's a 2 from Barnes. Another shot. No good from Clark. Trailblazers have gotten exactly half their shots to go down here in the second, 5 of 10. Grab the pass to McCollum, and Aminu kicks to McCollum. He's just scored his first basket with that shot, making him 1 for 4.
And getting back to Iguodala last season, not only did he come off the bench for the first time ever, but he really thrived in doing so. Playing the fewest minutes per game of his career, he was able to avoid some of the nagging injuries that had plagued him in the past. And so he could stick around to help the Warriors assemble that franchise record of 67 wins last season.
Curry with it. Al-Farouq Aminu covering. To the inside. And Iguodala with the basket, the assist by Curry. Curry's got 9 assists in the game. Great passing. The Trailblazers have gotten 7 of their 12 field goal attempts to drop here in the second quarter. Up over 50%.
You know, for Iguodala at this point in his career, it's just about winning. He's had a couple of large contracts. He's made multiple All-Star teams, but now it's about rings for him. And he got one.
The Trailblazers shooting in the second quarter has been superb. 58% from the field. Plumlee, no luck.
You know, so many games are decided by which team wins the rebound battle.
Oh! He has a highlight reel unto himself, guys.
Yeah,
wow.
That could very well be a contender for Dunk of the Year and perhaps might make its way all over the internet.
I tell you what, that is the crowd pleaser of all crowd pleasers.
Golden State's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. The Warriors have gone 3 of 4 at the free throw line tonight.
And as a team, really just middle of the pack in terms of their percentage from the line at about 76.
You know, they've changed their game here in the second, getting a little bit more physical, playing with some toughness now.
And I'm looking for them to increase that lead if they can keep getting to the free throw line.
Leonard dishes to Aminu. And stolen by Barnes. And now it's Livingston running. He can go all the way.
Scoring well here at the midway point, and now they're starting to put some distance between them.
Well, offensively, they just continue to roll. I mean, they're padding that lead bit by bit as a result.
And so a pretty lopsided game through the first half. The Warriors on top, running away with it. And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Thank you, Kevin. Andre, what has been the underlying principle of how you and the team have taken the floor tonight?
Communication. Communication doesn't show up on the stat sheet, but
it's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. Ernie Johnson here alongside Kenny. So it's Golden State who's out on top at the half. They are completely in control of the game. And that's it for halftime, as the second half is just about.
Welcome back, everyone, to the start of the second half. Big margin on our hands, but we'll see if that gap narrows down in the third and fourth quarters. Andre Iguodala has been sensational.
Yeah, you know, one of the things about the truly greats of our game is that sometimes you get spoiled because of how consistent they can be. And so far, another big scoring night for him.
And oftentimes when he puts up that many points in the first half, he follows it up with an even better second half. We'll see if that's the case here.
And Golden State looking at who they've got. The defensive stalwarts, Green and Bogut, are down low. Thompson is the 2 with Barnes at the 3, and it's Curry in at the point. You know, guys, Al-Farouq Aminu, so highly regarded coming out of college, still really finding his way around the NBA, but this last season with Dallas, he may have found his niche in this league.
That's a great point, Kevin. A guy who can give you a lot of things, rebounding, defense, hustle points, but he's already played on a number of teams in his young career because he's still trying to, as you put it, find that niche. Maybe he's finally developed who he is.
Here's Barnes. Connects on the 17-footer. Barnes has got 4 points in the quarter.
You've got to give them a lot of credit for the job they've done on the backboards.
They've done a lot of things well today, but really it's about what they've done on the backboard that's at the top of that list.
It's got to be nice for them to know that game in and game out, his offense is going to be there for him.
Screen by Bogut. On the wing, Green. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. The Trailblazers shooting not great, 40% for the game. Curry with the steal. And pushing it up is Golden State Warriors again in transition. And that one's good.
Boy, such outstanding patience and decision-making for them offensively.
Absolutely. Their ball movement has been outstanding, and they're piling up the assists.
And when you look at Draymond Green, he's not a guy who will wow you with his numbers or his athleticism, Clark. He brings a lot of intangibles, though. And I remember talking early in his career with Tom Izzo up at Michigan State saying those exact things, that he gives you so much more than just what you see.
And his current coach and our former partner, Steve Kerr, raves about him. He's the heart and soul of the Warriors, in Steve's words.
Davis is checked in for Portland. Stolen by Thompson. And now it's Green running. He can go all the way. Lays it in off the breakaway. Green's got 12 in the game.
It's been said often that good defense leads to offense, and that's what we're seeing here with all these points off turnovers.
And guys, one thing to force turnovers, but also important that you make the teams pay when you're able to create those.
An even 3-on-3 break. That's good from Barnes on the assist by Curry. 15 points for Barnes.
That was the 3rd straight high percentage look this defense has allowed. I mean, these defenders have got to start bumping bodies in the paint. Be more physical, be more aggressive.
The game's just far too easy right now when it comes to attacking the basket. They have got to do better. You know, you talk about Green's enthusiasm for the game. He's constantly talking whether defensively or even in an opponent's ear. He's a vocal presence, and also another example of how a guy can make an impact without necessarily having it show up in the stat sheet. And the lead's not getting any smaller. Just an incredibly well-rounded performance here on the road.
And how good a feeling is that for this team to dominate the way they did in front of a hostile crowd? That is a satisfying feeling for the victors.
And also, don't discount his leadership. Draymond Green's been a vocal leader his entire career. Even as a rookie, he wasn't afraid to challenge his teammates. And that competitive spirit, guys, can be contagious.
A different look now for Portland. Noah Vonleh comes in for Mason Plumlee. And Krabs subbed in for Harkless. And then for Golden State, Spates checked in for Bogut. Iguodala comes in for Harrison Barnes. And Ian Clark subbed